That, of course, quickly changed. Police say after the protest ended, most left except for about 200 people. The peaceful protest slowly turned into a face-off with police that lasted well into the night. Officers detonated tear gas and charged at crowds to disperse people. Our crews watched as protesters threw rocks and bottles at officers and also broke windows, as you can see there. Windows were smashed in at various businesses, including the Embassy Hotel and also the federal courthouse. 12 people were arrested when it was all said and done last night. That violence has community leaders and police speaking out tonight. KCCI's Chris Gothner has their message.
The cleanup continues after Friday night's violence in the East Village, but community leaders say they don't want that to overshadow what was largely a peaceful message, and they also don't want it to overshadow the important conversation that needs to follow. Windows smashed, police and protesters clashed. It was exactly what organizers of Friday's peaceful protest over the brutal death of George Floyd didn't want to happen, but it's exactly what did. Akeo Abdul-Samad, a state representative and longtime community leader, worked throughout the night to try to keep the peace.
It's time to back up.
He says last night was an expression of pain, especially among Des Moines' youth.
Last night what we saw were young people finding the only avenue to express themselves. What we saw last night was the police at their best in trying to restrain. They gave several of us an opportunity to meet with the young people.
But both he and Police Chief Dana Winger noted this.
Last night it got ugly, but it also got ugly only because of a few.
There were a lot of great messages that came from that rally. It was indicative of what we expect here in Des Moines, Iowa. The events that followed, unfortunately, will overshadow that. The events that followed were not indicative of what we expect in the city of Des Moines. We're better than that.
Now, with the tear gas, pepper spray, rocks, bottles, and glass cleared from the East Village, Abdul-Samad says it is time to talk, but also time to listen and find strategies to do something.
This is a marathon. This is not a sprint.
Because maintaining the fabric of our community depends on it.
That could have been a tragedy last night. Some windows got broke, but no lives were taken. That could have went that direction last night. And that's what we have to begin to deal with. Because we would lose our babies. We would lose, this city would be turned upside down if we don't do what we're supposed to do. Everybody's in pain.
In Des Moines, Chris Gothner, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
Mayor Frank County called the violence needless, saying, quote, like hundreds of other Des Moines residents, I attended last night's rally. It was peaceful and powerful as it was intended. It had a purpose. Unfortunately for some, that wasn't acceptable and they took matters into their own hands. Governor Kim Reynolds added, quote, the violence that happened last night in Des Moines undermines the message of change and hope that so many seek.